All right. What's the best thing about the age you are now? So how old are you?
19.
Does it make you feel old?
Do you miss being 19?
I miss that so much.
What was life like when you were 19?
It wasn't that long ago.
TV was black and white.
You stupid.
Was it fun?
It was. I loved. Yeah. 19 was fun. I was in college. I had some of my best friends, Johnson, JB, and Brighton, and we just did a bunch of fun college stuff. And
Were you dumb?
yes, I was. I mean, I even had to take a whole another year of college. So, and I went in with like a whole like half a semester of credits. So.
Well, you can't win them all.
Nope.
I like that I'm getting to it's the basic answer. Like, I get to decide what I'm doing right now.
You're
And
like
it's fun.
first steps into like adulthood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll be in my first house in the fall with my best friends
Sweet.
and then going to a college I actually want to go to.
Yeah.
And, like, not caring what other people think. I think in high school, some people try to say they don't care, but I'm like, you do. I did. And then something switches. At least it did for me. Like, after my first semester when I left friends, I kind of was like, oh, no one actually cares what I do. So I can just kind of do what I want.
Cool.
Under God's will, of course. But so it's just fun getting to be like, I don't want to do that, so you don't have to.
That's good. I like that. Yeah. There's definitely a lot of fun when you're younger. And as much as I love my family, you know, there's a lot less responsibility and stress of taking care of people. But 32, just been turned 32 in May. So
Whoop, whoop.
yeah. Lower back pains, you know, all the fun stuff. But
Well, if it makes you feel better, I also have lower back pain. So
but what I like about this age is pouring into people who are younger than me.
Yeah.
Being able to like share the things that I struggled with and still struggle with today, in hopes that you guys could learn from our mistakes. But some people like me have to learn by trying.
you live and you learn. What's the stupidest thing you did at 19?
Next question. I did so
That is
it's
appropriate.
it's not bad. We really got into airsoft when I was airsoft guns.
Yeah.
Really got into airsoft when I was in college, and we would like play in the dorms, and they were like,
That's fun though.
oh yeah, it was so much fun. But dorm leaders like, hey, you know, cut that out. And so we were playing at a park, and we were told to kind of leave the park. And I was like, hey, I know of this church that I used to go to. It's a really big church. They got this big open space in the back of the church. We can go back there and play. And so we're out there playing, and all of a sudden, and I told them, and thank God I did. I told them, I said, like, if anyone pulls up, you drop your gun. All right? Because it's dark outside, you know, drop your gun.
Oh my gosh.
And so all of a sudden I hear this spotlight. These cops had pulled up without like turning on their lights or anything like that. And I immediately threw my gun down and put my hands up because they were already drawing their weapons. And all my other buddies, I told them, put your guns down, put your guns down. And one of my buddies, idiot, tried running away with it in his hand. And luckily, like, I was in front of him. Or else, like, the cop was like, I was going to shoot him. So, yeah, that was...
Fun times.
It was wild. But
dang.
Elijah's grown up
Did
a
y'all
little
get in
bit.
trouble?
No, he's just like, y'all, this is not a good look kind of thing. Yeah, would have been good luck if y'all shot us either.
That's hilarious.
Ooh, which elementary school classmate would you like to look up?
Like where they're at now.
Yeah, just see like. So for me, this is why I picked this question, is because I grew up all over the place, and so there's a lot of people I haven't seen.
I like just
Ever.
saw them though.
Really?
Like
See, that's so weird to me.
Guys, I just graduated
Yeah,
last year.
yeah. Elementary, I was in Germany, I think. A little bit of Kansas, a little bit of Germany, and so.
Oh, I knew that.
And so there are some people that, I was like, man, that'd be really cool to.
Yeah.
So the guy that I was thinking of was Ebo. That was his name. I think it was like short for Ebenezer or something like that. But Ebo, I actually dug up out of my mom's garage old yearbook, and he was in there. I was like, oh man, I used to run around with that kid all the time.
There's a girl that I don't even remember what grade it was, but I think it was like 4th grade ish, and I think she was from Hawaii. Her name was Hannah, and we became like really good friends.
Y'all pretend you're mermaids.
Yeah. Yes. And I don't know what she's doing now, but she made me this little bag, and you can it's like a little tie, a little makeup bag, whatever. And whenever I travel, I still use it, and it has like holes in it, and I use it for my Q-tips. Yeah.
You still have it?
I still have it. Like, I still use it.
See,
and sometimes I use it like every day because it's the little bag I can use. And I think of her and I'm like, I don't know where that chick is, but
yeah, Ebo, he is the only person that has made me laugh so hard that I peed my pants.
Really?
We were walking home from school and I don't even remember what it was about, had me rolling that I peed my pants. I was like, I gotta go home.
That's legit. One time, my friend Lauren Lisby, I'm still friends with her, she made me pee my pants in a basketball practice. Oh my gosh. When we were little. And I don't know if a ton of people noticed, but I was so embarrassed and I just couldn't help. And all you heard was it hitting the ground.
Oh, no.
I was like,
that's so good.
And we're like in a gym with parents and everything, and we're like all in one corner. I'm like,
that's
whoops.
Good. All right, last one, and we'll move on. What was your favorite toy when you were young?
I always wanted an American Girl doll, but my mom was like, heck no, I'm not paying that much money for one. So I got like the off-brand, I don't know if they're like Generation dolls or something, but I actually just got them out the other day because we're like packing up some of my stuff to move, and I found them, and I was like, she got it to look like me, and I was like, I could sell that maybe for like $20, but maybe one day.
I can't really think of what my favorite toy was. I mean, I loved Legos, loved Hot Wheels. I actually have one of my old Hot Wheel cars that I held on to.
That's fun.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot of toys that were just like, yeah, that was the one.
That was the one.
Yeah. But
well.
Oh well.
I did. Still have them.
So Alyssa, we are in the fruit of the Spirit this summer, and tell us what you talked about last night.
So talked about some peace, how to have that in your life, and the main point I kind of talked about was how it's not a feeling, and that even if there's stuff going on in our life, we can still feel peace, and how God is peace, and so that peace is unwavering, but also the reality that we do live in a broken world, and we're not going to feel that all the time, but the goal isn't for us to live comfortably and to step into that feeling of life isn't going to be peaceful all the time, but we can have that peace because God is peace. So.
Yeah, we can have that peace that's beyond all understanding, right?
Yes.
And that can only come through God. And that's, I think, peace, like if you think of just how people are struggling today with anxiety and worry about things happening around them, and if they see you and they're like, how are you coping with all this? How are you able to deal with the stress of being a 19-year-old with a terrible economy and going to school and all these things, the pressure? And I think it's a great, conversation starter. Like, well, the reason why I'm able to, I still freak out a little bit. Yes. But I'm reminded of who God is and can
I think it's important to like rely on the truth, and like we have biblical truth and know that it is a peace that surpasses understanding, but there's practical things you could do to live a more peaceful life. And we kind of talked about that at the end of like having a routine, not being sleep deprived, controlling who your friends are. And I didn't want to...
What you're watching on social media.
Yes. Yeah. And just like managing your time on your phone and like your time management, period. And so... I didn't want it to be just pray about it or just trust God, because
that's good,
you absolutely should. But I think it's helpful. Like anxiety is real, and not having peace is real, and having practical things that align with, okay, well, in order to experience who God is, we have to make the time
Yeah.
for that and make a life that is going to line up with being peaceful.
I love that because I think so often people believe that Christians are supposed to be like always happy, always joyful, and nothing's ever going wrong. And that's, far from it. Like we still
come to our office.
We're still these broken people that struggle with life, and we still have issues. And so if you are feeling that way at all, like you're not alone.
Yeah.
Just there are things you need to do to make life easier.
Yeah.
I was bummed when my Facebook got hacked, but honestly, life's been pretty nice without it.
Without it, I'm telling you, I've been telling Nathan for months, like, I need to delete social media, and then I haven't. I just like, don't want to.
Yeah.
And then Zach brought it up this morning in our meeting, and I was like, oh, dang it. Oh, maybe I should.
Just take breaks. For a while, like, I would only use Instagram on like long weekends. And so I'd have like 200 reels I had to go through from like Carson, Jason, and Grace. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely nice because you're not having to worry about the comparison and all that stuff and all the drama that comes with social media.
Oh, my soul. Yep.
Well, cool. Well, I'm glad you got to teach. I think it went well. Excited. What's your favorite, or what are you looking for the most this summer?
I like that I'm kind of doing it right now. I like that I can be involved in prepping for what the students are going to experience, like at Falls Creek or Camp Edge, or getting to go to Super Summer. Like, I get to go and lead, when last year I was borderline still a student.
Yeah.
And so there was like insecurity there of like, I'm still learning, which you're always still learning, but I like that now I can kind of officially pour back into them. I've like been ready for that for years. And so it's exciting to also see the behind the scenes of like, you have a lot in your plate, and getting to help with that and see like what goes into making all this happen.
Yeah, there's a lot of fine tuning to make it work right.
I had no idea.
So that's good. I'm glad you're with us this summer. I'm glad you can sit down and talk, and we'll see you guys next week.